a large majority of people do is land as close to the loot as possible, maybe even landing on it so they can just look down and pick it up. This is actually wrong. What you should be doing is landing on any elevated object nearby it and then dropping down to it. This is something Tifu's always making sure he does. As we see here, instead of landing on top of the loot, Tifu lands on a box right next to it so he can then hop down and pick up the loot. The idea is that it's faster to land and then drop down next to the loot than it is to hang in the air waiting to drop to pick it up. And you can see here it's true. Now, anytime you're landing on floor loot, look around for something elevated to land on rather than just slowly gliding in the air and waiting to drop on top of it.
And the way this works is like this. When you throw the shockwave up above you, you stand right underneath the shockwave. And when the shockwave goes off, if you stand right underneath, it's going to send basically a tube of just breaking right underneath. So the explosion happens, and this guy already starts falling. Like his floor is already broken. He's going down. I'm falling right behind him, and I've got a really, really good shot on him. And right here, I hit him once before we land. Break his shields, but he would have honestly died from the fall anyways. He tries to catch himself, and he ends up dying. And you don't take fall damage because you actually have the shockwave immunity, while your opponent does not. So
this trick and the way to do that is to pre-edit your wall. So just hold out your wall and then edit it before it's actually placed. Then, when you go and replace their wall, you don't even need to edit. This works because of how much quicker it is than how you'd normally replace a wall and go for an edit shot. All that extra time that's wasted making the edit is just more time for the turtling player to protect themselves. Think about it from their perspective and what they're doing. They're just going to be holding their walls, not expecting you to steal it. If you go for the normal play, they can see that edit coming as soon as you replace it.
Down zone. So what you're going to do is you're going to go right into the middle. You're going to edit this out, which goes into the tilted town. Just do this. And as you guys can see, we are inside tilted town without having, the Wild West themed skin. So what you're going to do, you can build, you do whatever. I don't have match right now. But as you guys can see, I can build, I can edit, and I am inside tilted town as you
Have stink bombs, don't just throw them where you think your opponent is, because most of the time, only one ends up hitting and it only takes them a couple of times before they move. Instead, bait them by throwing a stink bomb on one side of their box and force them to run out the other side, where you can be in position waiting for them to come out and secure yourself an easy kill even on a pro player.
Coming in at number 2, we have a new phasing trick to get into your opponent's box. If you're dealing with someone who won't stop turtling, this new technique will allow you to phase in super easy. To do this, place a floor in front of their box and then edit 2 of the corners. Now go on the outside of the railing and break into your enemy's wall. This technique allows you to phase in with ease and can be the perfect trick for low HP enemies. We wanted to give a huge thank you to Emad and Poach for showing us this tip. Links to their socials will be in the description below.
Turn your head, girl. Look me straight in the eyes now. Tell me that you finally realize how much you need this. It's so clear when you touch me. You're hiding nothing. I know.
Right of your screen, Aqua's all by himself. Mongrel now one shot. This could be the end. No, no, he gets 50 health. Mongrel gets 50 health. He'll live to see another day as the zone doesn't take him yet. Can the young god make it happen? No! The player turns and rips him in two.
So the way this is going to work is you're going to build a wall on the side. You're going to build a door near the wall that you want to take. Open that door, jump up on top of the door, and then build a ramp. Now, you do not need to crouch underneath the ramp. You want to be just standing, walking forward, and pickaxe your way into their box.
The reason you want to use pyramids is because you can edit through, which gives you cover from anyone trying to shoot at you from above. As you can see, every time you make an edit, it creates a whole nother layer that your opponent would have to shoot through just to hit marker you.